Hi, good morning. I'm Andrea Storm, and thanks for visiting with me. I'm in Chicago at the corner of Ashland and Addison, and behind me there, see that building? That building is at the northeast corner. Now, when Fred lived there, he lived with some friends, and I always got the sense that he was embarrassed of me. But there was no embarrassment like the one that I've carried with me for years. So I released the shame here today. I thought I had. I mean, you know how sometimes you think you release shame? But clearly you haven't when you come upon a place and you're reminded to remember. So sometimes you just have to let it go into the universe. So there's the building. Now, this is that side of Addison. Addison going southbound over here. And at the time, I did not know what a walk of shame was, but I certainly did take it. Because at the time, I was approximately 24 years old, and I was trying to rebuild my life, really. And I found my friend living over here within walking distance because I was living at Belmont and Ashland, which is a little further down. I find it all very unique and interesting to me today in my revelation because ARTIS, ARTIS, which is a substance abuse, look at that conglomerate over there. I can't even imagine what it costs to be able to afford to get well in a place like that. All I know that the people that are in there must still have a hold of pearl, mother of pearl is all I'm going to say. I don't do drugs any longer. I experimented. I'm not ashamed to say that. What I am ashamed of is the fact that I wasn't even ashamed of the fact that I was intimate with a friend. What I was ashamed of is that my friend was ashamed of me, and I felt that, and I'm an empath, right? And I didn't realize that my shame wasn't coming from myself. No, my shame wasn't coming from what I did. My shame was coming from the fact that I stayed with a person who was ashamed of me, which meant that they were just using me as a 2 o'clock in the morning booty call. So I walked home after being drunk that night in some skank outfit that I was wearing the night before, these 5 blocks to Belmont and Ashland. And I've remembered it all of these years. It's been 20 years or more. And this is because I didn't put that shame on me. And that shame doesn't belong to me. The shame belongs on the man that was ashamed of the woman that he took home that night. And that belongs on every man that takes home a woman that they're ashamed of, or even beds them, makes babies, and stays with them for the rest of their lives, or doesn't stay with them for the rest of their lives, even worse. This is how I feel about it. I have no problem saying so. And I just did, didn't I? All right, it's Monday morning, off to a roaring start. This is what I call a day in the life of. My name is Andrea Storm. That's S-T-U-R-M. Please don't make a mistake. And if you'd like to support me, help me out, underneath this video, you're going to find a link to my Cash App, to my Venmo, to my art channel, because you know what? I was ashamed of not being an artist. I was ashamed of being used by men and letting them get away with it. But not anymore, not men, not women, no one, because I take my power back to protect me and my family. So moted be. Have a great day. Bye for now. Thanks for finding me. I hope this resonates, and if it doesn't, maybe you'll find someone that it might help, and if it doesn't, maybe you're just getting a good old laugh. Hey, I don't care. It works for me either way. I'm not with you. I'm right here. Have a great day.